All right, Brandon Rhymes here. Consumer Quarterback Show coming up. Andrew Kube, U.S. Commercial and Business Capital on the Consumer Quarterback Show. SBA loans, all types of great financing options for you on the commercial side and small business loans as well. A lot of government money available out there. A lot of people need to tune in and listen to this one here. So it's a great opportunity for you here in Tampa Bay at 4501 Garnett Drive. We got a hot listing. That's a waterfront property. This is on Garnett Drive. We have a townhome with bay access to the Gulf of Mexico. Great opportunity to own real estate, purchase a property on Garnett Drive. This is in Gulf Harbors. What we have is 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2215 square feet, canal frontage, oversized garage. You get a giant family room, 15 by 30 foot family room. Courtyard, beautiful large tree courtyard, grand entry as well, waterfront clubhouse, pool, heated pool, tennis courts, and a private community boat ramp. Plenty of parking available as well, close to the Tampa International Airport as well. 4501 Garnett Drive. You can see all of our listings, PlatinumCoastalElite.com. Check out PlatinumCoastalElite.com. All right, Andrew QB. Bring us up to speed. What's happening in your world on the commercial business side?
Hey, Brandon. Thanks for having me on the show again.
Absolutely. My pleasure. What are you seeing out there?
Man. So, we just got back from they had a great expo in Jacksonville. We had a lot of veterans that were there. It was a veterans expo, so I got to talk to a lot of veterans, and, a lot of them are looking to start a business. And a lot of them have businesses, and they're looking to grow. So we set up a booth there. We gave away some Jacksonville Jaguar tickets. We had a drawing, gave away tickets, and also gave away 30 tickets to the military for the game, Military Appreciation Week they had last week. But no, everything's going great, man. We're helping a lot of business owners grow their business and helping out a lot of investors grow their portfolios.
I love that. Can you tell us about that? I just spoke to a business owner that is looking for a commercial space around 10,000 square feet. They want a little flex space, industrial, for their trucks, and then also office space for the office staff. What can you do for a business owner like that?
So, is this a business that's been in existence, or this isn't a startup?
It is. Yeah, it's an existing business. So that's why I was telling them they got to talk to you about this.
Yeah. So. Is this business is currently leasing their space, or do they own and this will be a second location?
I think they currently are leasing, or maybe, I believe they may be leasing.
Okay, so that client would have a couple different options through the SBA. The first option is the rent replacement program. It's a no money down program, so where that business owner could possibly buy that property for no money down and walk away with cash at the closing, equipment at the closing, whatever they need to help their business grow. Every small business has $5 million set aside by the SBA, by the government, to use to help grow the business, which in return improves the economy, creates jobs. So that's why the money is sitting there for every small business out there. So, that business owner could buy this commercial real estate maybe for no money down, or he might pick a program at 10% down where the terms might be a little bit better for him, but anywhere between 0% to 10% down, he could buy the property, he could rehab the property, he could build something on the property, and he could get money for equipment, cash to help his business grow, working capital, et cetera.
Man, that sounds amazing.
That's how the
rent replacement program up to $5 million. The government set aside for small business owners. So if they're currently leasing, they have a lease in place. They look at it as so they're calling it a rent replacement program. They already know that the homeowner or that the business owner is responsible. They have been making payments on a lease, and it makes sense to allow them to purchase because now you're stimulating the economy, creating jobs, etc.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the way that the program works is you have to be in business for at least 2 years. You have to show a profit on your tax returns. So you can't be showing the IRS you're not making money. And you have to have about a mid-600 credit score. If it's lower than that, we help you get your credit score up. And then the way the loan works, it looks at your net profit. So let's say you had a business that made $1 million last year and had $900,000 in expenses. They show $100,000 net profit. We add back in any depreciation or interest that they might have. But in this example, it's $100,000. Then what we do is we take their yearly rents and we add that money back in because it's going away. It's called the rent replacement, right? So we're replacing the rent with a mortgage. So what we do is we add back in their yearly rent. So in this example, let's say you had a company that made $100,000 net profit. They pay out $60,000 a year in rent. Now we're using $160,000 to qualify this business for the no money down, and we take that $160,000, and it's about 8.5 times above what their the net income plus their rent is. So in this example, you take $160,000, you multiply it by 8.5 times, and it equals $1.36 million. So that business owner would have he could buy a property for $1 million, get $360,000 in equipment, money to help his business grow up to that $1.36 million.
Wow. I mean, these are some really awesome programs. I think if more people knew about this, they would definitely be interested in something like that. Brandon,
I've been trying for the last couple of years. I've been doing everything I can to get this out to as many business owners. It's an easy when a business owner's paying, as an example, they're paying, $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year. That's a $120,000 swing every year. If I'm putting $60,000 in my landlord's pocket, not in my pocket, then that's what that's a big difference. And then I'm not getting the tax write-off. And what's my end goal? Do I plan on closing? I build this business for the next 20, 30 years. However long we have left, and then what's the end goal? To shut it down? I don't have any kids to leave it to. Or they're doing their own thing. Right. I want to hopefully be able to sell my business one day. And in order to do that, if you own the real estate, it opens a lot of doors for you, not only for retirement, but also to sell your business one day. So it's definitely the smarter play to own the real estate opposed to leasing.
Yeah, I'd love to get a business broker on the show, Andrew. I want to talk with you more off air about that. But yeah, there's these business brokers. They're brokering a lot of the different businesses. I've spoke with many over the years. But yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense. Have an exit strategy in place. Have an exit strategy in mind. And if you have a piece of real estate that you can add to the portfolio when you're selling, the tax or the income, the revenues, the client list, the data, the inventory to go along with that real estate, it really makes a lot of sense. Andrew, how do you want people to connect with you?
Yeah, the best way to connect to me is just give me a call. I'm at 727-296-8650. That's 727-296-8650. Website is www.uscbcapital.com.
uscbcapital.com. Andrew Kube, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you, Brandon. Have a good day.
All right, my pleasure. All right, taking a quick break. Coming back, Annie Furlow in the house. Patrick and Annie Furlow, they are owners of Step by Stage Interiors. We're going to talk about home staging and all types of great interior tips, and we are going to catch up with Annie here on air. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify.